Hey friends. We're gonna learn. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to carry on with our employability segment. As I've mentioned last week, we are going to be talking all things work for the next few weeks or months or however long I wish. But today another highly requested topic is CVs. I want to get right into it. I don't want to waste time. So hopefully after this video you will know exactly how to write a CV no matter what stage you are at in life.
Whether you are a student, whether you are an A-level student, whether you are a uni student, whether you do an apprenticeship, whether you've been to school, whether you haven't, whether you've worked, whether you haven't,
you will be able to have a nice, well-rounded CV that should hopefully be able to get you employed. I know there's going to be someone on there like,
what does she know? Like,
okay. 2 or 3 years ago, I worked for a recruitment agency. I also did a business administration apprenticeship. My main role was to format CVs. I would get through about 20 to 30 in one day, constantly formatting it into the standard CV guidelines. I've looked at enough CVs in my life to be able to confidently give you this information. My CV has got me places, and I'm pretty sure that if you follow what I teach you, your CV will get you places too. So today, as you can see, I have a DeeTalks CV here with me, and we are going to basically go through each section. I have outlined it how my actual CV looks like, and this is a good standard layout for any CV. What you want to start off with is your basics: your name, your address, your telephone, your email. You do not have to put your date of birth on there. They do not need to know how old you are. You do not have to put what race. You do not have to put anything other than those 4 things on there. The reason why they need to know your address is obviously for locality purposes, things like that. They need to know, can you actually commute to work, or are you just trying to get any old job that you know you can't commit to. If your email is ilovepancakes123@hotmail.com, this is the time to get a corporate email, please. Thank you. Your personal summary is a snapshot, a representation of you as a person. What I'll do is I will actually read you what I've put on my CV, my personal one, just a couple bits so that you guys can have a feel of what it should sound like. So, an enthusiastic, dedicated and versatile individual with a positive attitude towards all aspects of work and excellent people skills. I kind of feel cool. I haven't read this CV in ages, but it sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So I've looked at my personal traits, what I'm currently doing / studying, as well as what I'm looking for in the future. And this kind of helps the employer to quickly see, is this the person for me? If I go and give that CV to a beauty shop, me telling you that I'm currently looking for financial advice roles is not going to look too great, is it? I mean, you're clearly interested, aren't you? Make sure that everything you put here is directly relevant to what you're looking for, what you want to do. If you don't know what you're looking for, then just put it as in something like currently seeking opportunities and this sector. So if I didn't know what I was looking for in the finance sector, I would have put currently seeking opportunities in the finance sector and just left it at that. The next section you're going to want to fill out is your key skills, and this is basically all the skills that you have been able to acquire, or all the skills that you just naturally have, anything that you're good at, whether it be personal traits, actual skills, transferable skills, computer-based skills. You want to add it all in here. Let me read out some examples that I've put on my CV. So I've split mine up into customer-based, computer-based and personal. For customer-based, I've got previous retail experience, I'm till trained, I'm trained on the self-checkout. For computer-based skills, I've put that I've got quick and accurate keyboard skills, I can use Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint. so all the Microsoft Office. And for personal skills, I've put I'm able to work on tasks individually or as part of a team. I'm good at problem solving, so things like that. So you want to have a big range of skills on here. Try and split them up to make it easier to read. You do not want to lie. If you get through based on your key skills to your interview, they will tell straight away, and more than likely ask you questions based on your key skills to see if you actually do have them. For those that may not have that much work experience, this is the section you're going to want to focus on the most. Red pen. Employment is basically all the times that you have worked. Now, unlike LinkedIn, if you've watched my video last week on networking and how to use LinkedIn, this employment, you can only put the employment that you have been contracted under. Here is not the section to be adding additional work experiences, events, employability stuff. It's simply where have you worked, where you have signed a contract. So you'd write the date that you worked from till, the name of the company obviously, and your job title, so what did you work as. Here you would want to now put your key responsibilities, anything you were asked to do. If you were given additional responsibilities throughout your role, make sure you put it here. This is all about making yourself look as attractive as possible towards the role that you want. So what I could also recommend here, something that I do, is if you've watched my video last week on LinkedIn again, I recommended writing a short little description about your role. Do something really small in between, so I'd put it about here. I know it can be really hard to think of loads of key responsibilities for a role, and sometimes, especially when you're in retail, it's really hard to just write something fancy when you know that all you do is stock shelves, or all you do is process, payments. What I'd recommend if you're struggling to think of some responsibilities, or if you're just struggling to word it, the best thing to do is look at the job description for that role. Search for the role as if you were looking for that role, and obviously find the job description on Google, and you can literally just take it from there and kind of change up the words a little bit. If you haven't done some of the stuff, then I wouldn't recommend putting it under your under the things that you have, because they'll find out. Employers are smart people, to be fair, so don't try to trick them. What about if you do not have a job and this is your first job?
I know. I was getting there, guys. Hang on a minute.
This is now the chance for you to change this into kind of your work experience sector. So this is kind of the chance for you to show, even though you haven't been employed before, you have taken active steps to get involved and try and learn as much as you can about the sector of work that you're going into. Still format it in this way, so the dates, the name of the work experience, and what you did, or kind of your job there in a nutshell. You would need definitely want this red section in the work experience part. Education, fairly straightforward. You need to put all your education that you've had pretty much from GCSEs or A levels. Don't lie, because most jobs do a thorough check. Especially if you're looking to work in finance, don't bother lying. If you know your grades aren't great, then try and put them in like a bracket, so they don't actually know unless they want to go and do those extensive checks. So there's ways of kind of not making it that obvious. Degree, not so much. There's 1 degree, so either you passed or you failed. You've just got to own that. And that way, all you've told them here is that I've passed all my GCSEs, and that's that. Last but not least is additional achievements. Additional achievements are, again, anything that you want to add in, such as hobbies, any extra courses you've taken, anything extra that you think could boost your CV. Now, I just want to mention, hobbies are a bit of a weird one, because some people say you want to put them in and some people say they don't want you to put them in. So hobbies is actually up to you. If you feel like your CV can deal without it, if you think it's strong enough, then I would say don't bother putting it in. It kind of waters your CV down. If you are someone that's trying to build up a CV from scratch, then hobbies are within your interest. This is kind of your first job that you're applying for. You want to have hobbies in there because you want to... Now, instead of showing your work ability, you're trying to sell your personality. You're trying to say that I'm a great candidate to hire, and I'm ready to learn. References, it will be the last little bit. And all you need to do is just put available on request. You do not need to put all your references. You do not need to put the contact details. HR will do that in the company. They will go out, and when they need it, they will contact you for it. So all you have to do is leave it there, because especially if you are running out of space, you don't have space to be putting up all your references, etc, etc. That will always go at the bottom. That is your CV. Hopefully after this video, you now know exactly how to write your CV, exactly what you need to do to make it look cool and to get a job. I actually have this whole CV template saved. So if you do want one, if you are struggling, I don't think you should, because it's really easy, but if you prefer an actual template to just fill out, then of course you can email me as usual and just request it. Just put CV in the subject and I'll just send you over the template. You don't have to write anything to me. So yeah guys, hopefully after this video you are now very much CV aware. Everyone knows how to write one. Everyone knows the information you need. If you're stuck, if you need any help, if you have any questions, you know what to do. And I shall see you guys next Sunday. Mwah.